It's easy to get caught up in the hype surrounding the latest and most expensive cameras. While there are certainly some amazing cameras on the market, they can come with a hefty price tag, leaving many beginner filmmakers wondering what they can even afford with their budget. So rather than focusing solely on the camera itself, it's important to consider what full kit you can get with your budget. For example, if you're just starting out and you want to produce like commercial videos or corporate interviews or even product videos, there are some great starter kits available for around the $2,500 price point that you can upgrade as you grow. Now keep in mind that you will have to invest something in yourself and your business if you want to be able to do this work. Even if it is a small amount or just any amount, you need to invest in the gear before you can create videos. And it's important to remember that the equipment is just a tool, and you still have to have the skill and creativity to produce quality videos. Hello everyone, my name is Jeremy and I'm a freelance videographer, photographer, and post-production specialist here in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I created this channel to help struggling creatives and new creatives and to be a creative outlet for me. If that's something that you're interested in, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I post another video. Now with that out of the way, let's get back to the video. Cameras are where I see people blow their money. They buy something like an FX30 and their total all-in budget is about $2,500. This is a horrible idea because what are you going to do with the audio and the lighting? Instead, what I recommend is getting something that is good enough for what you need, but allows you to upgrade in the future as your needs grow. I recommend something like the GH5. The reason being is that it has some huge selling points. That would be 10-bit 422 in all I and 4K 60, as well as unlimited record time with no overheating. You get great color, dual SD card slots, a ton of very helpful filmmaking tools like histogram, waveform, timecode, XLR adapter through a top handle, and much more, and the ability to adapt any lens or most lenses to this mount. Now it is no secret that the GH5 doesn't have great autofocus, but for corporate and commercial work, you are not going to need it. Most productions I've worked on are using cine or vintage glass, and all productions that I've worked on have used manual focus. So there's no need to downgrade cameras just for autofocus or even to blow your budget just to get great autofocus. If you want to know more about why I love the GH5 so much, go watch this video. I kind of break it down in depth. But remember, you can always rent higher end cameras if the budget allows and the project calls for it. Now, lenses are another place where people blow way too much money. You can get a solid zoom lens for pretty cheap. For example, if you buy the Viltrox Speed Booster, you can buy a 24-105 from Canon for this price of $230. The Speed Booster drops the f4 to an f2.8, so you're basically getting a 24-105 f2.8. Or you can get something like the 17-55 f2.8. Basically, you just need to get a solid lens or couple depending on your budget, and you should be good to go. Some of my favorites are the Sigma 18-35, the 24-70 from either Tamron or Sigma, and the 24-105, just depending on how much zoom I need. The next category is lighting, and this is key for video. If it's not lit well, you are going to either have to crank the ISO, which will add more noise, or the image will just not look dynamic. This is one thing I often see people forget to do when they start out, and they just don't think about buying lights or even quality lights. But if you're going to be doing any filming, you need a good light kit. I recommend a minimum of 2 lights so that you can have a key light and then a hair or rim light to separate your subject from the background. But some lights that I do recommend that are more affordable are the Godox VL150, my key light, which is a small rig 120D, and the Amaran 100D or 200Ds. These lights will not break the bank and they'll give you great value. For softboxes, I recommend getting one main softbox. Find one that can be collapsed pretty easily, otherwise it'll take too long on setup and teardown. Small Rig sells a nice softbox for about $100, so I do recommend that. On the other light, you can use the dish that comes with it, and you can either shoot through diffusion like I do with my YouTube videos, or you can put gels on it, you can, bounce it, whatever you need to do to get the right light. As the saying goes, audio is half of the viewing experience. This is something I see too many new people not putting enough emphasis on, and it can really ruin your video. There are a couple ways to do audio, just depending on the type of filmmaking you're doing. If you're mostly doing sit-down interviews or documentary style interviews, then you can get something like the Zoom H6 or the Zoom F3 plus the Sennheiser MKE600, all for about $550. These are both really high quality pieces of gear that will get you phenomenal audio. Now, if you're doing a bit more run and gun documentary or commercials where you need a talent to be laved up, then you might need something like a lav mic and a shotgun mic. For this, I would recommend a Deity shotgun microphone. It's like $50. And then I would recommend the Tascam DR10L. They are both great mics that will give you great audio on a budget. Either way, having good audio is crucial. I have seen too many videos with bad audio and I can't even watch the entire thing. So please put audio high on your list. Now, one of the most annoying expenses are video tripods. These are a necessary evil, but you want to make sure that you get a quality tripod that can hold enough weight. I recommend a system like the SmallRig fluid heads. They're really great for getting started until you can invest in a solid head system like Manfrotto or Sackler. But the important thing about a tripod is you want it to be able to handle the weight of your camera. If you get into, rigging out your camera, then you're gonna need something that is solid and steady and not going to tip over. My GH6 rig weighs about 11 pounds, so I needed something that could hold 11 pounds. Similarly to the SmallRig on Amazon, they have like the brand newer. They have one that's usually about 150 bucks and it's on sale a lot of the time or has a coupon attached with it for, $35 off or 20% off or whatever the deal is. I do recommend those. I have 3 of them and they are really great for just starting out, but they do show their wear after a couple years and you'll either need to replace them after a couple years or you'll need to upgrade to a better system. So just keep that in mind. Now I promise I am not going to forget accessories for this price, but because the small stuff can add up, I am going to just link that in the description below. Some of the things that you will need are light stands to hold the boom mic or your lights. Now on B&H there is a great 3-light kit or single or dual light kit from Impact. These are heavy duty air cushion light stands. They are able to hold a bunch of weight. I'm actually currently using a couple similar ones to hold my video lights right now, and I use them a lot to boom mics. On Amazon, you can find cheap boom poles, boom pole holders, reflectors, and all that kind of stuff. So I'll let you kind of sift through all of that, but I'll be linking all of this stuff in the description so you'll know what you need. You will need to think about batteries. There are so many different types of way. I usually use V-mount batteries, but that does mean having to rig up your camera. Either way, I do suggest to buy more than you think you'll need. You end up running out of power a lot quicker than you think, and it's just good to have extra on hand. I think I have about 3 for the GH6, 3 for the GH5. Now SD cards are a whole nother breed. I highly recommend if you're going with the GH5, the SanDisk V30 cards. They're so cheap and they're so durable, and they can record the 4K media. Not at all but they can record 4K media. And I use this about 95% of the time when I shoot with the GH5. I do use the V60 cards for all I, so that is something to know that if you want to shoot the all I, you will need V60 cards. But for the regular 4K or 4K60, these cards will be plenty fine. Now, I'm not going to talk about computers, but that is something that you will need to think about as well. But most people have some sort of machine that they can get started on, or you can build a pretty cheap PC. Even the M2 Mac Minis are about 600 bucks. So there's a lot of good budget options out there, but I suggest using what you have and at least making proxies if you need to, until you can upgrade to a quality system. Now, what I hope this video shows is that there's more to filmmaking than just a camera and a lens. When it comes to video, you really need to be aware of all of the other kit items. Now, I know there are different types of filmmaking, So this list can be customized to fit your needs, but I just wanted to get this video out there to help people understand that you really need to put a great kit together, and the camera isn't the most important thing when it comes to video production. I know I said at the start of this video that you could get one for around $2,500. I'm not sure where we are on price, mainly because I did look at used gear, which comes and goes and prices fluctuate. So just take the list that I put in the description below. It'll be mostly new gear that I'm linking, but just take that list and do your research on the best price used. So just to recap, I really think that this is the best starter video kit for those who want to shoot short films or documentaries, corporate interviews, or commercials. There's more than just a camera and a lens, as I've said, that you have to think about, and I believe that you can really create some phenomenal videos with this kit. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. If you want to subscribe to see more of this, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified when I post another video. I'd love to have a conversation with you guys in the comment section below, whether you agree or you disagree, what cameras you'd recommend, what lenses you'd recommend. I like conversation, so feel free to post in the comment section below. And with that, I hope you guys have a great day and that you stay safe.